From deep in the Burbank Media District, it's time for another edition of My Burbank Talks, presented by the staff of My Burbank. Now, let's see what's on today's agenda as we join our program.
Hey guys, this is Riley on the Kids Table podcast on My Burbank. Today I have Cole Cramer, and he's going to be telling us about his Mantis Universe. How old are you, and what grade are you in?
Hey, so I'm Cole Cramer. I'm in 9th grade right now. I'm a freshman, and I go to La Cañada High School.
So, by the time, what age did you start wanting to like bugs and starting your company?
So I'm pretty sure it was around 3 years ago. I was around 11, and I just passion for mantises. I had a huge passion. It was crazy, and I just wanted to start a business.
Yeah, they are very, very cool.
Yeah, they are
very cool creatures. To me, they don't really look like bugs. To me, they look like
like aliens. Yeah,
aliens. Yeah. But when did you discover your love in loving mantises?
Mantises?
Yeah.
I started liking mantises around the same time I started Mantis Universe, so a few years ago. But when I started liking bugs, I was around 2 years old. So, but the first time I ever had experience with the mantis was, I'm pretty sure I was around 5, and I found a California mantis ooth, which is like an egg sac. It was in my backyard, and I put it in a box to see if it would hatch, and it did. And a few months later, it had like 200 babies just crawling around. I was freaking. I was like, this is so cool. And then, so then that's when mantises started coming into my mind. But then I took a break from mantises, and then, in 2019 over COVID, or 2020 over COVID, I started to get started buying some mantises and stuff, and then I bred so many. I had a bunch. It was jeweled flowers, I'm pretty sure, that I first bred. And then, what happened next? Then, egg sac hatched, and I had around 20 babies. So then I created a flyer and posted it on Magnolia Park Mamas, and within 2 hours, I made $200. That was pretty crazy.
But I've the place where you get all the home goods stuff.
Yeah.
So you know how they have those little bins with the praying mantis egg sacs?
Oh yeah.
I bought one, and I was so excited. I was really young. I was 5, and I was so excited for it to hatch. And I was waiting, and I was waiting.
Yeah.
And 2 months went by, and it never hatched.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
a dud.
Yeah, and it was and I thought it was a dud. So when I opened the cage.
Yeah.
And I look in the lid, and there's 80 of them just
hanging out in there.
Yeah, I was just
yeah.
Well, and then one jumped and it landed on my nose.
That was cool.
And then I brushed it off, and I was screaming. So yeah.
Yeah.
What do you have for your home setup? Where you said you're breeding all your mantises.
Yeah.
Would you breed them in your room or?
They are in my room. Yeah, I have a whole shelf set up, bookshelves kinda, but made of wire, and I just have mesh cube on top of mesh cube in there, just all stacked up on top of each other. For the babies, they're in big ones because most species are communal. They can live together and everything, but adults keep separate in little mesh cages. Yeah.
Do you have anything else than just praying mantises or?
I do keep a lot of stuff. Right now, I just got back from a trip from Arizona, and we collected a bunch of moths, and crazy, beautiful big ones. And we stuck them in a paper bag. They laid eggs, and now I have a bunch of crazy huge caterpillars.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool.
Nice. So, do you have any favorites? But between all of your fun little creatures in there.
I really love mantis wise or just anything.
Mantis wise.
Okay.
We'll do that after.
Okay. Mantises, probably the Idola mantis diabolica. It's a devil's flower mantis. They're crazy cool. They put their arms up in the air. I'm pretty sure they're from Tanzania. Ooh. Yeah, in Africa. But yeah, they put the arms in the air. They're really beautiful, rainbow colored. They're white and green. It's really crazy.
Now, besides your praying mantis.
Yeah. Ooh. My favorites have to be my pin specimen collection, which are bunch of scientific specimens.
Yeah.
Mainly.
You showed me one.
Yeah. Nice. They're tiger beetles. Those are my favorite. And boo prestids, which are wood borers. They're pretty cool. Yeah.
So when you so you sell them, right? You sell them on your website.
Do. Yeah.
How do you ship a living bug?
Yeah, it's pretty hard to master at first, but it's pretty basic. So I have 8x7 shipping container, a little box. And that is insulated by styrofoam on the outsides, the bottom and the top. Keep all the warmth inside, I guess. And then first I guess I pack the mantis in a cup.
Mm.
I make like cut out the top and the lid. It's a little deli cup from like
Yeah.
wherever, like Amazon or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I cut a hole in the top. I put organza on top for like air ventilation, kind of, for they can breathe through. And then a little bit of Excelsior so they can climb up. I scratch the insides of the cup with sandpaper and then tape it up so they don't, fall out, I guess. And then stick the cup inside the box, the insulation, and then pack it all in with like packing paper, newspaper, and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then put the styrofoam on and tape it all up. Label.
So you're shipping them. This is my question about the shipping.
Yeah.
How do you keep the mantis from like to stop breathing? Because it's like all packaged and sealed up. How do you?
I mean, they're so small. They take in like the little tiniest breaths at a time. So like one of our breaths could like last them their whole life.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So it's just like a little thing. So your Mantis Universe. I was watching your Instagram while I was making getting all my questions.
Yeah.
So you have wasn't it 57,000?
Yeah.
57,000 followers.
Yeah.
When did you start your Instagram and did you get all your viewers?
I'm pretty sure maybe a few months after I started making the flyers and everything. But actually, a local mom on the group that I posted the flyers to, she saw that and said, like, we should do a news story on this. So then she came to my house and took a video and everything. And then in that story, I said, I have my business, Mantis Universe. Go check out my website, mantisuniverse.com. But I haven't made a website yet. We just bought the domain on GoDaddy. But so I was like, I told my mom, we have to make a website right now. Yeah.
But so I see you make a lot of like videos with your mantises and you put like some funny soundtracks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw the one where you went to Costa Rica, right?
Yeah.
So I saw a lot of crazy creatures in there.
Oh yeah.
I saw a lot of ants. You have any ants like in your home?
I do have a couple ant colonies. They're not like the basic gel ones that die in a few weeks. They're like special ones. They're
like tunnels and like the little glass cases, like tunnels there. Yeah.
But they have queens, so they last for like 6-10 years. Yeah. They just keep reproducing, getting bigger.
Cool.
Yeah.
What kind of ants do you have?
I have honeypot ants and carpenter ants.
Carpenter ants.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot about carpenter ants.
Yeah.
Back to your praying mantises. So by this, I gotta say my favorite of your praying mantises, I really like the orchid. The orchid's really cool.
Those guys are really cool.
The colors are really
crazy. Actually,
but
I have some right here.
Oh wow.
These are orchids.
Nice.
These are about 4 or 5 orchids, yeah.
So like is that like where you like how you ship them? Is that the same kind of like container?
It's a little smaller, but yeah. But these guys are communal, so but so yeah, they are kept together. I got 3 in here. But yeah, the cups that I ship them in are about this big. Yeah.
Also, off the set, I see that big little mesh thing right there.
Yeah.
What's in that guy?
So here we have a Kirby mantis. This is a kind of shield mantis.
Oh.
They're a little feisty.
Yeah.
Let me get her out.
The one on the bottom is like.
This guy?
Yeah.
This is the shedding.
Oh. I thought that was the actual mantis on the ground.
This guy.
And then I saw like a little foot thing. I was like,
yeah.
Oh.
This guy's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Let me get him. Okay,
Wow.
there we go. Look at that guy.
Wow. I can see like the back kind
of.
Yeah,
the shield.
Yeah, it looks like a cobra.
Yeah.
Also, when I was watching your Instagram, I saw like the cobra mantis. I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those guys. Ooh, pick them up. Yeah. So cobra mantises are green, and they have like a huge shield, like comes out to here at least.
Yeah, I saw
it. Pretty crazy.
It looked like a cobra.
Yeah.
And I saw like on the hands was like little black dots.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
like maybe like eyes or something.
Yeah. So the cobra mantises, they put the arms up. Yeah, little eye specks.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So also when first time I really saw you in person was at the reptile expo.
Yeah.
How did those like really start?
The expos? Like how I got so how did this start?
No, like for you, not like the
Oh
thing.
well, I went there. Well, I have been going to reptile expos and shows since I was like 5. And then I was like, oh, it'd be so cool if I could have a booth and I could sell my actual stuff because I already had my website and everything.
Yeah, and
So then, yeah. And then I'd be like, that'd be cool to sell them in person to people that you know who's buying from you and everything. And they don't have to pay for shipping. So they just come see you, they buy it.
Yeah.
So we just entered for like, it was like $200 to enter and get a table. And then, yeah, we just set up. I made a good amount of money at the reptile show, around 5,000.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
My next question was how much do you usually make like per show? How many do you sell and much money do you make?
I sell around 100 usually.
100?
Yeah, it's a
100
big amount.
mantises?
Yeah, 100 mantises.
How much money do you usually like get off that?
Around a few thousand.
A few thousand?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your most expensive mantis? Because I feel like that's like
yeah.
a main question for like people that want to like buy them. Like, what's the most expensive? What's the cheapest? Like, what's the easiest to maintain?
So the devil's flower, my favorite one, is $100 on my website. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, they're really rare right now. Yeah.
From the name, it kind of sounds like that price is actually a little lower than I would think it would be.
Yeah, they can sell for $200. Yeah.
But now, what's the cheapest out of your big bunch?
I don't sell California mantises, but those would be the cheapest. But definitely budwings. Those guys are pretty cool. Yeah, they get really fat.
So when you go to these expos, have you ever like bought something from like the own expo that you were like working at?
Oh yeah. Oh, from the one I was working at?
Yeah.
Or just the table?
Like
the whole expo.
Yeah, like the whole thing.
I buy a bunch of stuff. I usually buy pin specimens, like dead stuff with like,
anything alive?
Ants.
Ants.
Yeah.
Ants.
Sometimes more mantises in the stock. Yeah.
When I went there, I think you were the only one that was really selling mantises there.
Yeah.
I did see that other people like selling bugs. But like, you were the only mantis seller there.
Yeah, there's a lot of the reptile expo, so there's like a bunch of geckos and stuff and everything. Yeah.
But I mean, it's not a bug expo.
No. There's a bug fair every year though.
Yeah.
Natural History Museum.
Yeah, but like technically, I feel like it suits them. Like praying mantises, like that one and that one are like. To me, they don't feel like bugs. They feel like something that just like crashed down.
Aliens.
Yeah, just like crawled out or something.
Yeah.
But I would like but oh yeah, I heard you started a club recently with your friend.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, you want to tell about that?
Yeah, Lorquin Society Scholars. So there's a Lorquin Society, like a bunch of old men run it, but they're all professionals. They're all smart. But it wasn't. Well, they went over like really advanced topics and everything, and we thought like, oh, like little kids that like bugs, they wouldn't really understand all this stuff. They're talking about light refraction on butterfly wings and stuff and everything.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't be really cool for little kids.
Yeah.
So my friend Connor and I, we decided to make like a kid-friendly version, and we just go on hikes. We do pinning workshops, show them how to pin, everything like that.
That's cool. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
So you brought some pin bugs.
Oh yeah.
Wanna go
Oh yeah.
get those
Here
on the table?
I brought 2 boards.
Oh, it's a lot.
2 of the many.
How many do you have?
How many do I have? Maybe around 10.
10? Oh, wow, that's a lot.
10's including the few more that I'm gonna get.
Oh, huh. But like, so you said when you go to the expos, you buy them.
I do, yeah. So
like, do they come in like full boxes like that, or like
no,
buy like specific
single ones at a time? Yeah. So or 2 at a time, I guess.
Yeah.
But these are called Manticora. It's a species of tiger beetle. This is mainly a tiger beetle board. Tiger beetles. All these guys.
There's a lot of really really small ones.
Yeah.
Like I see over there, I see a lot of like little white.
Yeah, these.
What are those?
These are point mounted specimens. I'm really into those guys. So you get a dab of nail polish and put it on the end of a piece of cardstock, acid free, and then you kind of just put them on the end. Yeah.
They're that small?
Yeah.
There's no way that they're bugs that small. Is it like a kind of like tick or something?
I mean, ticks are huge compared. Like ticks are like that big, but just a bunch of like winged insects, stuff like that. Tiny beetles.
You just, paint them.
Paint them.
Cause you said you put like nail polish on them, so does it make them like?
That just makes them stick to the end.
Oh.
Yeah.
How do you see them?
You gotta use a little
from here. I just see tiny little black
specks,
dots.
Yeah. You gotta look really closely at them, but when I'm going collecting, I think one of your questions was like how to collect and everything. Yeah. So I set up a mercury vapor light along with a black light.
Oh, it was how you set up the nets. How you set up the nets that you were talking about when you went to. Oh yeah, so you went to Arizona.
Yeah, I went to Arizona. Yeah.
To pick up the moss. You said.
Yeah.
How do you set up the net to like catch them?
Yeah. So I set up a big white sheet, like a bed sheet, and it has to be white though. I guess it could be grayish, but yeah, white. And it has to be a texture that insects can grab onto and like hang on. So you put the mercury light in front, the black light's hanging on the sheet, and then the black light attracts them, or I mean, the mercury light attracts them far away.
So like when you when you're like outside taking like a jog and you see like the big lampposts, you see like all these little flashy things.
Yeah.
So basically it's like that.
Yeah.
And they're like, so like how do they like stay on it?
Yeah, the black light makes them land, kinda.
Yeah, but then
their hands, I guess.
So then like so like when you do you like do it at night and you go to sleep and wake up in the morning to catch him?
Well,
or you just like sit there and wait for them.
Wait until 4 a.m.
And then like once they land, you like grab them or like.
If I want them, yeah. The sheet usually turns black of insects. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You just pick the ones you want.
So did you take any creatures from when you went to
Arizona?
No.
Costa Rica?
Yeah, Costa Rica.
I couldn't take any back because of the flight home and everything. Yeah,
true.
International. But Arizona, I took around 400 specimens.
Wow.
Yeah. Between.
How much do you like usually take?
400 around.
Oh.
Yeah. But those are all. They're not just taking like what like I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take this. It's like each like special one that like this one would be good in the collection. Like you type out data, the county name, the providence, the coordinates, the everything, who collected it, the date, yeah.
So, when I was on your Instagram, I saw a lot of these mantises. I feel like the most like vibrant color for a mantis when I looked around was the green and pink.
Oh yeah.
I feel like when I was looking at it, the majority of like the ones there, not saying like they were all like the same mantis. It was like they were all like crazy different, but like the main colors of them was like brownish colors and like
usually
green and like I saw like some like feral pinks in there.
Yeah, orchids are definitely pink.
Yeah,
pink and white. But
like, even when they're babies, I can see a little pink up there.
Yeah, but yeah. What are the mantises that I have? Darth Vader's are pretty cool.
Darth Vader?
Yeah, those are all black. They have like shields that look like Darth Vader's hood or whatever. I don't watch Star Wars. I don't know.
But so you have when you're older, I can see you're at a young age starting this.
Yeah.
You think when you're older, like maybe like in your 20s, 30s, like you want to collect anything else but than mantises? Like you want to like lizards, geckos?
I've tried lizards before, but you can't really. I mean, I guess you could breed them, but I didn't really breed them. But I don't see myself doing my business forever. Maybe a few more years, but then I'm in high school, so a few more years into high school, I'm gonna go to college, and
you could get like a zoology degree.
Yeah, I'm going to get a degree in research.
Oh,
or entomology, but like research entomology and field entomology. Yeah.
So you're trying to go for like the science aspect of this? What's funny is another one of my questions was, what are any of your goals in your business in the future years?
Definitely sell a lot more.
Yeah.
Increase my income, I guess. Yeah.
Increase your income?
Yeah.
Have like, so I know the population of like animals is like in like the millions and like 100 million, but like, I have an estimate how many mantises are like out there.
Like, different species or individual?
Yeah. Like different species.
I
guess it's like an estimate. It's around it.
There's about scientists think there's about 2,600 species of mantises, but they've only discovered around 1,900 so far.
Wow, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
But how many do you have by all difference?
Whatever on the website, I don't know. Maybe around 20, 30 species.
20, 30 species out of the 200.
Yeah.
1,000.
Not 100,000, just 1,000. No.
Oh.
No.
Did
I say 200,000?
Yeah. Oh, I thought you did. But so as you were saying, like with your collecting, you said you want to go to like get to like your degree in like science.
Yeah.
You want to like you said you want to like go into entomology, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's entomology. And so that I'm pretty sure entomology is the study of like bugs.
Yeah.
And you want to study like praying mantis like specifically, or just like bugs in general? Or like any specific species you want to tell?
Definitely the tiger beetles.
Tiger beetles,
and the
those are really
buprestids, and sorumbissids, which are longhorn beetles. Those guys are pretty cool. Yeah.
I have one of those pinned.
Oh,
at
cool.
my house.
Yeah, show me that guy.
Yeah, I'll show you him. But so when we were talking about your pin board showing you, you said you had two there.
Yeah.
You want to show the other one?
Here, let's get this one. This one's pretty cool. There's a few moths mixed in here, but
I can see something that is so big.
oh yeah, that's the Goliath beetle.
It's definitely a Goliath. I'll tell you that.
That is the heaviest beetle in the world. That guy right there.
Wow. How much did that? Did you buy that one? Or?
Yeah, I did, but I was like 7 when I bought that one. He was
How much did that cost you?
$75.
Wow, I feel like that would be more.
Yeah.
But I see a lot of like the same thing. Want to tell about that? Because I feel like I see like a lot of bugs, and they're like the exact same.
Yeah.
Is it like different like genders, or like different like
yeah, genders and everything, but
like
just multiples of the same thing in case one gets damaged or anything. Yeah.
Or like we see like formation like
yeah.
differences.
Yeah, see differences in them, like maybe a subspecies or anything. You do research on them.
Or like have you ever really like found something you thought was new but it wasn't? Like you like, oh, I see this like thing. Let's say like this little bug, and it's like, oh, I've never seen that before. I think I found a new species. Have you feel like
not yet, but I hope one day.
Yeah, because I feel like when like little kids, because they're not like used to like seeing stuff. Because when you get older, you're like, oh, I've seen that before.
Yeah.
But like when you're little, like, oh, I've never seen that. So you're like, oh, I think I need to find a new species. But like, once you get to like the certain age of like 10, let's say 10, like you're like, oh, that's probably already been found. If I found it and I'm a kid, I feel like someone's already found it, because they're like devoting their whole lives to this.
Yeah.
But I had a little pin board once, and I really found a lot of the same things. Yeah. I found a lot of like June beetles.
Oh yeah, those guys are all over.
Yeah, but what was really cool is when so like when I did it, my thing. I'm not sure if you do the same way, but I froze them and then I defrosted.
Oh yeah, that's how I do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, with moths and butterflies, you inject them with ammonia. Yeah, you gotta get a syringe and inject them. That's the most ethical way.
Well, that's
because you don't want them flopping around the freezer.
Yeah. But so something that was really cool about the one I caught. There's actually two I caught that were really cool. So I caught this June beetle. It was a common June beetle. Yeah. And I caught him, and I was like, accepting like this little closed little guy, and it'd be cool just to pin. Yeah. And I caught him, and he was. I looked at the thing. I was like, did he escape? I didn't see anything. I was looking, and then I looked at the bottom like that. Yeah. And I saw him, and he was frozen. Yeah. Stuck to the ceiling. And it was so cool. But his wings were open, and I was so happy. Because usually you have to like defrost them and open the wings. Yeah. But I already found him like that, and it was really cool. That's cool. Then so I found this and then I found this another one. It was the same beetle. Yeah. But I've been like collecting them, and so I was looking up in class we were like looking up like species of animals. I wanted to do bugs, and I was like, cool. And I was like, we said something, and then we watched this video. It said something in your backyard, and I was like, oh gosh. So then I looked at June bugs, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. So then I saw one with its wing open, and it had like a cool like diamond on its back. Cause like this little white spots on their backs. Yeah. It had like it was like kind of like it was like kind of messed up. But it was like a shape of a diamond. I was like, oh, that's so cool. So then I was looking around and stuff, and I caught one. So then I just kept catching June beetles and opening the wings, trying to find a cool one. So I was trying to find the diamond, because it just looked like a diamond, and it was it was messed up. It wasn't like a diamond.
Yeah. Like, I get it. Yeah.
And I was trying to find the same one, but I did it, and I opened the wing, and it was a heart. It was so cool.
That's so cool.
And I actually think I still have it, but
you gotta show me that guy.
Yeah, it's actually really cool. But something I think about bugs is really cool is people see these blank little brown guys and like bug, get that away, and they see like these crazy things and they buy them, but like it's like underneath you don't know what's underneath. Yeah, I think it's really cool. People just like, it's brown, I don't want it. But like when you like take a look and you actually look under, there's like white and there's gray. There's all these different colors. People just think, oh, brown.
Yeah, that's the same with buprestids. Like They're called jewel beetles.
Like that one right there.
Yeah.
It's brown, but like it's so cool.
Yeah. The jewel beetles. There's some that are beautifully colored, like iridescent everything.
Yeah, like
but some
the green beetles.
Yeah.
I call them flying emeralds.
Yeah.
But
some are completely brown, and then you just look under the wings of the jewel beetles, and it's just iridescent. It's crazy.
Yeah.
How would you like your business advertised in this very spot? My Burbank Talks is looking for local businesses interested in a 30-second spot to appear in our podcasts. If you're interested, please email advertising@myburbank.com, and we'll be glad to discuss all the exciting possibilities with you. Now, back to our podcast.
We're back. So I was just saying, for like a beginner, with your mantis collections, give them a tip, like how would they start, like what to feed them, how to get their water, and what to put inside. They because like some people say like less is more, like, and seeing that thing, there's like nothing in there, but that one has like all this like string and stuff. So tell us like how would you set that up?
So I feed them the big ones like this. I feed them roadrunner roaches, which are, I mean, they're roaches. Like people say, oh, gross, but they're not gross. They're like farm raised. They eat special food. So I mean, I would eat it. I wouldn't eat it, but they're clean enough to be eaten by a human. But smaller ones I feed fruit flies, like the orchids. It's like little flies. They can't fly, thankfully. Yeah. Fly the fruit flies. But yeah, they come in a little thing. You tap it down. Tap a few flies in. Yeah.
So I actually got one, and they're so cool. But like, so you said you put them in the refrigerator to like get them to like, I think it was like to slow down the hatching process.
The
or
flies,
something.
yeah. For house flies.
And like, you said, so basically they come in eggs and they hatch.
Yeah.
And then you put them in there. Yeah. It was really cool.
So they ship the pupa, and then and then you put them in the fridge to prolong their incubation, I guess. Yeah.
So that's amazing. But like back now to like for like the water, and like I see that, like as I said, for that one and that one, like what should we put, like is less more, or is more better for enclosure?
This one's pretty plain. You can see all they really need is just like something to hold on to. But spraying is really important. This one is open air. This one's enclosed. So orchids come from Malaysia, more tropical, Indonesia and Malaysia, and more humid and everything. So when I spray in there, the moisture is retained for a longer period of time. But this one's from Africa. So the moisture goes in, they eat, they drink it, and then it evaporates. So they don't need, as long as they drink it, they're okay. But you don't really need to decorate. I mean, this is just so when they fall, they can climb up. Yeah.
So could we, or is like,
you could decorate it, but nothing alive, because it would rot.
Yeah.
Probably.
But so like just put like basically just like put like 2 or 3 sticks in there just from the climb on.
Yeah. Perfect.
So like, so when you said we'd do with the water, so back with your Instagram.
Yeah.
So I saw you, and it was a little cat noise eating.
Yeah.
But like it was on the side of like a container, and it was like sprayed water. There was like little water droplets, and he was just like eating it.
Drinking it.
So like basically just take like spray bottle and just.
Only bottled water though. Never tap water.
Oh.
Or
Why?
fridge. Because tap water, it has chlorine in it, which is deadly to these guys.
Plus like I'm pretty sure tap water's from like the sewer. It's like filtered sewer.
Yeah.
But I think.
I'm
not sure.
It's not healthy for mantises. Yeah. Even fridge water.
Put it that way.
No fridge water.
But for me, I feel like the fridge water is the most like compelling one, because like it's filtered.
Yeah.
And like put through all this stuff to go in your fridge.
Yeah.
But like how?
But they still can't filter out the chlorine that is in the water. Yeah.
What about the bottled water though? Don't they still
only minerals
filter it?
They filter it, but it's not chlorine to kill anything. Yeah. The
So,
small
like,
amounts of chlorine is okay for humans, but they're so small.
That's true. So that's it for today.
All right.
This is Riley and
Cole Cramer.
And this is the end of the My Burbank podcast. See you in a new one.
All right. See ya.
Yeah.
My Burbank Talks would like to thank all of My Burbank's advertisers for their continued support. Burbank Water and Power, Cusimano Real Estate Group, UME Credit Union, the Burbank Chamber of Commerce, Gain Credit Union, Providence St. Joseph Medical Center, Community Chevrolet, Media City Credit Union, UCLA Health, Tequila's Cantina and Grill, UPS Store on 3rd Street, and Hill Street Cafe.